Hey guys, it's me, Craig, again, coming back to you with another video. It's been a little bit since my last one, and I was able to get a few more titles in, a few more imports. Let me see. I got one domestic release. Um, and today is actually St. Patty's Day, so happy St. Patty's Day to those who celebrate. I guess my blue hair is now becoming green as it fades, so comes right in time. you know. But anyway, it's been a while, and just wanted to post an update of some titles that I got within the last week or so that have come in. I've also ordered a couple of few more titles as well. They should be coming in, I want to say, probably sometime next week. I ordered one from Japan, which, God, I ordered it last month and it still hasn't arrived, but I knew I should have done the expedited shipping even though it cost a lot. But it's still kind of sitting right now, I guess, like in New Jersey. I'm kind of afraid that it might be lost or, there's something up. So I might have to be calling the postal service tomorrow, see if they can miraculously try to locate it. It could just be that's the way it is. Sometimes it takes at least a month for these packages to show up. But anyway, I'm kind of jabbing away here. Without further ado, I'll get started with some of the new titles that I got in. Now, this one I haven't even unwrapped yet, which I'm kind of amazed by because usually when something comes in, I unwrap it and check the discs, make sure they're okay, check the packaging to make sure it's okay. But, oh, yeah, I guess I noticed with this one, oh boy, did not even notice that unless that was me doing it. Yeah, it's got a little bit of a dent in there. But, oh well. I got another version of Phenomena, and this is actually the US domestic release. Sorry, the glare is actually terrible. The U.S. Domestic release is the 4K version. It comes with the original cut, the Italian cut, and the Creepers version. Creepers version was basically a very, very trimmed down U.S. release. Like, literally, there's like no gore or anything like that in there, or very little. So it's like a very short movie. This was put out by Synapse Films, and it's a really nice set. I can't wait to actually open it. But of course, that might have actually been me where I nicked it. I got a nick right there. Which I'm not too happy about. But you know what? I got it. I'm usually not very picky. Like when I get stuff in and there's like visible marks on it, like if there's like a crease, like it's a new release and there's a crease in it, or it looks like kind of worn. I'm not gonna cry over it, especially if it's an import, because it's just too much hassle to go ahead and send the item back and then have to do the whole customs thing again. It's just not worth it. As long as it's in decent shape, then I'm fine. That might be very hypocritical to somebody that collects, but you know, that's the way the cookie crumbles at that point. So yeah, this I got in. Now on to the imports. That was the only domestic release that I had. I got two Japanese Blu-rays that came in of a Japanese film. Actually, two of them. And it's another one of these rare instances with Japanese films. Their releases, usually, if it's in another language, it's very rare that they're going to have English subtitles on there. Especially if it's like, a German film or like a European non-English film. It's always going to be no English subtitles. But this was kind of amazing. When I was doing research, it actually did have English subtitles. First one is Evil Dead Trap. This is from 1980. Has a cult following. I'm trying to remember. So yeah, kind of forgetting what this was all about. But this one is actually a good movie. I would definitely check it out. It's gained like a cult following over the years. I want to say it's, pretty graphic in its violence, especially for a Japanese film. This is what I got here, and I actually got the sequel, which is Evil Dead Trap 2. And again, the glare is very terrible. So that's that one. There's the back. So that is that release. And also from Japan, I got another one. I actually ordered it from Amazon Japan from a seller. I was kind of taking a risk because I've never actually ordered from a seller like a Japanese seller. But you know what? It came in not too bad of a condition. Only the cover, I guess it's like worn, or it's got like this sort of like messy look to it. Whether it's like dust or it's just been through the ringer. But I got the it's a 4-disc version of the original silent film. Not silent film, my God. I got the 4-disc version of the original Silent Hill from 2006. If you haven't seen Silent Hill, it's a really, really great film. It's actually based off the Japanese video game from the 90s. And I think they're supposed to be re-releasing them on the new game consoles. I mean, who knows at this point. The reason why I chose the Japanese release is because, it's a Japanese game. I figured just get the Japanese release. And as I told you, it's got this mark on it, which I'm not really a big fan of. I'm guessing maybe sun faded, or I'm not exactly sure what happened, but I can't get this off. So it is what it is, But it's 4 discs. It's got like 3 DVDs. It's got the film on 1 disc. It's got 2 discs of special features, and it's got the Blu-ray. So I was really happy to get this. It's got a lot of good stuff in that one. The next one I got, this one is I actually got 2 French Blu-rays. Now this one in particular is, this movie is available on Shudder right now. And this is actually, I wouldn't say it's a lost film, but it was a film that was never really released. I guess it was either never really released, or I guess maybe they did temporarily lose it. I'm not too entirely sure. But this is the first, Blu-ray of its kind right now, at least until Shudder puts it out. And as far as I know, they haven't even begun to, give it a DVD or Blu-ray release. That is of George A. Romero's The Amusement Park. This is the French Blu-ray. It actually comes with, I guess it's like a 60-page booklet, only, unfortunately, it's in French, so I can't really, read it. But it comes with the film. I've seen it on Shudder. It's actually pretty good. It's basically an old man at this amusement park, and I guess he sees himself, or he gets in a room like with himself, and his other self is warning him about the dangers to come. And this is basically an old man in an amusement park and the horrors of the rides and whatnot. It's a really good film. It's a very short one. It's only about an hour. Like I said, this is the first release of its kind. It's a 4K restoration, and I believe it has like some special features. I haven't even really checked this out yet. I haven't even watched the disc yet. Japan just put out one this week, and that one should be shipping to me in the next couple of days. So I'm gonna get that one and see if like the picture quality is better, or whatnot. But this one kind of came. I mean, it's new, but as you can see, there's this little crease in there, and then the spine's got a little bit tattered here and whatnot. It is what it is. I'm not going to complain. The majority of the set is fine. So, good enough for me. The other French release I got is actually a film from 1978. Now, it's another one of these so bad it's good films, and it's a Roger Corman production as well. That is of the space movie Star Crash, and it's got the infamous Joe Spinell. If you probably remember him, he had like a little bit of a bit role in The Godfather at the first one, but this guy's like sort of he was a character actor. Sadly, he's no longer with us. He passed away. I believe it was in the late '80s. I think he's been dead for quite some time. And it also stars B movie actress Carolyn Monroe. Now, it's funny because these two would definitely star in another movie again 2 years later with the release of the original 1980 William Lustig film Maniac, where Joe Spinell does a very, very crazed performance of the serial killer. And Carolyn Monroe, she doesn't show up until probably, say, about midway towards the film. But, either way, Star Crash is just a terrible, terrible film. This movie has been featured on Mystery Science Theater 3000 and also Riff Tracks. I mean, they're basically the same. Riff Tracks and Mystery Science Theater. It's just Riff Tracks is just basically the same guys, only without the puppets. Really, that's how I classify it. But actually, I think this was also shown on the new Mystery Science Theater, the one on Netflix, if I'm not mistaken. But that is that. This is, I believe this is a 2-disc release. Now, there's 2 versions of the film. There's a European version, which is about 5 minutes longer, and then there's a U.S. version. For a minute, I thought this only had the U.S. version, but as I was looking at it, it has both. So I'm very happy. I'm looking forward to watching that. Here's the back of that. All right. Now, the last 3 that I have, they're all German releases. They're all Austrian, German. They basically speak German. There's one country's on top and the other country's on the bottom. They're all next to each other. Anyway, these 2 releases I have, they're limited edition media books. They're padded releases. The first one I have is of the 2000, I think it's 2008 or 2007, of Midnight Meat Train. This film I really like. As you can see, the cover is fantastic. A graphic cover, but who doesn't like graphic covers? I certainly do. But yeah, this is I guess this is all Austrian. Yeah, the Austrian release. Basically is dealing with I forget the guy's name. What's Vinnie Jones? Vinnie Jones's character. He's basically like this killer that is always on the last train of the night, and he usually goes after victims that ride the last train, and smashes them with a hammer and does all this very graphic stuff to them, kills them, puts them on hooks, whatnot. And whatchamacallit, I think it's Bradley Cooper. Yeah, Bradley Cooper's character. He's basically a freelance photographer, and I guess he heard about like this rumor of this guy being there, and he happens to sneak onto the train one night, and he actually witnesses the guy killing him. And basically, throughout the whole film, this guy figures out that he's taken a photo of him, sees him. He's pretty much after him at that point. Sorry, I'm not very good at this right now. Just basically trying to give a whole synopsis. I think the further I go on, it'll be a little bit more easier. But yeah, anyway, this is from XT Video. Technically, this is actually a release from NSM Records in Austria. Basically, this film is considered not this film, but this release in particular is considered a repack. And the Germans and Austrians, their releases, at least like with the boutique labels, they do this a lot. And basically what they mean by repack is the film itself, it'll be released by another title not by another title, but by another label, another banner. And then what they go ahead and do is the next company that puts it out, they just basically give it a new cover, and it's of an old disc from a different label, has the same features. And this is a prime example of this. This technically is XT, but when you open it up, as you can see, that is an NSM Records disc. And so is the DVD. So basically, that's all they did was just take the disc, they put it in a different cover, and they do, and the boutique labels over there, they do that a lot. I've seen it happen a lot over there. I believe this is cover number 2. This was limited to about 500 copies. This is numbered. I got 212, if you can see that. I like these like padded media books. I call them squishy books. You know, just being kind of stupid about it. They kind of have like a squish flavor, a squish type of padding to it. And I think this is basically the new trend that they have going on right now. It's just like these really nice padded releases. They go like through like phases like that. I can get to that in like another video at this point, because I'm just kind of rambling at this point. The next one is also a limited padded media book. This one is of a David Lynch film, and that is 1990's Wild at Heart. Now this is cover A. This is cover A, so this is the first cover. And it's another one of these squishy books, as you see, limited to 333 copies. I believe it's 114, which is right here. And, I just love David Lynch's work. Always have, or at least when I discovered him anyway. This one is no exception. I don't really hear this talked about a lot, but I actually really enjoy this one. It's actually based off a book, a novel, and I think it's basically a retelling of, I almost said Alice in Wonderland, but Wizard of Oz. It's basically a retelling of it, and it's artfully done in a David Lynch fashion. So I would go ahead and check this out. And my last release, I just got it today, and is of a classic film. It's a English horror film from 1973, and that is of The Wicker Man. Now, this is a German release. This is from Birkenblatt Home Video. And this release in particular is what they call the Piece of Art box. Now, these are numbered and limited to 1,000 copies. They've been putting out a lot of these of recent, and I was just lucky to get one. I found a website where I can get like some of the other releases that, I've been having trouble finding. So I'll probably be purchasing them in the next couple of weeks. And I think my copy was 843 out of 1,000. It was definitely in the 800s, but I just don't remember. There's the back right here. Yeah, so I got a lot of nice releases here so far. Alright, guys, well, thank you for watching, and, hopefully, like I said in the last video, the more and more I go on, I'll start getting better at this. Maybe I'll even have, like, one of those fancy intros, so to speak, but right now, it's just sort of bare bones right now. But thank you for putting up with me and my rambling. Please subscribe if you like what you see. Alright, until the next video, take it easy.